Alright, man, here's the new video. Now, this is gonna be about USADA, but before we get to the video, I dropped the greatest video that I've ever made. It's already up on the channel, so you can go check that one out. Top 40 most dominant UFC title fights in history. That video is awesome. Go check that one out. And leave a like and comment and do all that shit. But today we're gonna be talking about USADA getting popped. USADA has nothing to do with the UFC. This is why I was always thinking, why is the UFC keeping these guys around? Like, these USADA guys, they're just making the sport actively worse. Like, I've never seen people try to shoot themselves in the foot than the UFC making USADA such a big deal. Like, USADA is gay. This is the problem with USADA. It's terrible. It's the worst thing to ever happen to the sport. Before USADA, we had great long title reigns, motherfuckers destroying people. Shit was going great. After USADA, we started having soy fights. We started seeing more decisions. We started seeing, like, guys coming out here looking like bags of milk and winning fights. That's the problem with USADA. And they started popping people. Before USADA, people were barely getting popped unless they were really, really on steroids. Like, they started popping motherfuckers like John Bones Jones. And I was like, are they slow? Why are they doing this? This is terrible. Like, oh, the greatest athlete of the sport ever. Let's fuck up his legacy. Almost fuck up his legacy because it's still the greatest of all time. But let's fuck up his legacy by saying that he takes steroids and shit. But now USADA is actually getting out of business. I am fully in support of USADA getting put out of business because they were terrible for the sport. And the man we have to thank for this is the one and only Notorious Conor McGregor. Yeah, McGregor #1, McGregor 5. Yeah, USADA, they had to go out of business on the thing. Yeah, Conor McGregor, man, he doesn't give a fuck. He broke his leg, he took steroids, he recovered his leg, and he was like, all right, now I'm back. And motherfuckers was like, oh, you gotta wait for 6 months. And boom, they got boomed. Don't be telling Conor McGregor to wait 6 months. Conor McGregor is not the one to wait 6 months, all right? So as soon as they made that grave mistake, they got boomed. Now, obviously, Conor McGregor runs the UFC because it's by far the biggest star the UFC has ever seen and will probably ever see, because I don't think anybody can ever touch the levels of superstardom that Conor McGregor was on. So when they started getting smart on him, obviously they had to get packed up. They had to get the fuck out of here. Now, I did say that Conor McGregor got back in the USADA pool, which would mean that he has to wait 6 months still to get the fight. But USADA is going out of business at the end of the year. So is Conor McGregor still going to have to wait 6 months even though USADA is not working with the UFC? I don't think that's what is going to happen. I think after the year is over, they're going to be like, all right, no more waiting for Conor McGregor. They're going to scrap all that shit. Going to bring him back at 185. Chandler, I told you, 185. You do what you're told. And he's going to go out there against Michael Chandler at 185, yoked to the gills, and beat the shit out of Michael Chandler and get him a title shot against Sean Strickland. I'm telling you, this is exactly how this shit is going to go down, right? In January, Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler at 185. No USADA, no nothing. Conor McGregor comes out there with 3 boobs. three boobs at 185. And he's going to beat the shit out of Michael Chandler, man. Michael Chandler, yeah, you're going to get that chick, but he's going to come with an ass whooping, man. I'm telling you, that's exactly what's going to happen. So, yeah, man, thank you, Conor McGregor, for saving the UFC. Now we can have people actually taking steroids. Now, I just seen that John Jones put out a coping tweet talking about, I was never in steroids, you know. Victim John Jones, yet again. I mean, look, he is the GOAT, but I will say that he has a crazy victim mentality. He can be like, oh, USADA, man, they're trying to keep me down and to try to stop my grind, you know what I mean? But I really don't think that was the case, all right? I do think that John Jones himself admitted to being careless about the fucking dick pills that he was taking, and that was partially why he got popped. You cannot blame USADA for popping you for steroids or whatever the fuck it was because of the dick pills you took yourself. Don't be taking dick pills. Like, you're a grown-ass fucking man, man. What the fuck is dick pills gonna do to you? Like, if a bitch don't like your dick, bow, hit her with an elbow through the skull. Let's see how she likes them apples. I mean, John Jones is prone to do that nonetheless. But now that USADA is gone, they're cooked. Fat-ass heavyweight John Jones. Get ready to see John Jones now retire after beating the shit out of Stipe. He's going to come back looking like Obarim. Big Bones. He's going to turn into Big Bones Jones. He's going to turn into heavyweight John Jones with 8-pack abs. And is going to destroy Sergey Pavlovich, Sergey Spivak, Biggie Boy, Jairzinho Rozenstruik, the man that was going to beat him. Timothy Almeida. He's going to get his ass kicked too. Derrick Lewis, the Black Beast. Oh, I did say that Derrick Lewis was going to fight Timothy Almeida. Or should I say Jailton Almeida? Jailton Almeida, he's probably going to destroy my son, the Black Beast, Derrick Lewis. But I'm keeping out hope for Derrick Lewis to catch him lacking. And flatline him. I hope Jailton Almeida loses to Derrick Lewis so that we can get Derrick Lewis on a 2-fight winning streak, which will be enough for him to get a title shot, and then we'll get Derrick Lewis versus John Jones on steroids, and John Jones will fucking pick up Derrick Lewis with one arm and fucking suplex him, bah, and beat his ass. Alright, that would be a great fight. But yeah, John Jones is gonna get back on steroids. It's gonna be a great time in UFC. Everybody's just gonna have boobs left and right. Everybody's gonna have all types of acne and shit. Everybody's just gonna be on steroids, jacked out of their fucking minds, head kicking shit, knocking people's eyes out. It's gonna be fantastic, man. We're gonna get back to the early 2010s UFC. Alright, we're gonna see Chael Sonnen types start ragdolling motherfuckers and hitting them with little ground and pound strikes as they're down. A lot more suplexes. I mean, I should take over for Dana White for announcing this shit, because I'm telling you guys, the new manifesto for UFC no longer under USADA. All right, more head kicks that take out people's eyes, more suplexes, more elbows that break people's skulls, more front kicks that cave people's upper deck of teeth inside of their gum, more punches that dislocate people's noses and shit. That's the shit that we need. That's the shit that we had in the early 2010s before USADA came in and fucked everything up. Longer title reigns, cooler shit. UFC is supposed to be cool shit. Let these niggas take them damn steroids, man. We do have to get a new agency that takes care of steroids and shit like that. Now, I'm not saying that they gotta get like a new USADA type thing. I'm just saying they should hire me as the new USACA. All right, now USACA means United States Anti-Coping Agency, because a lot of people are going to start coping about losing and their fighters losing because, oh, they're on steroids, the other guy was on steroids, and that's going to be cope. And for that, they got to give me some good money. UFC, you guys got to give me some good money, throw a bag my way, because I can defend you guys about this whole steroid shit. All right, the Anti-Coping Agency under the Big Styles Act goes as follows. If your favorite fighter loses to a fighter that you think is on steroids, that's their fault. They should have also been on steroids. Done. And if the UFC hires me, I will go to every comment section and find people coping about their favorite fighters losing to fighters that they think they're on steroids, and tell them that's their fault. That fuck ass nigga should have been on steroids too. Bitch nigga, suck my dick. That's gonna shut them up. That's all I know about that. And yeah, man. No more USADA, more steroids. Fantastic, fabulous news. I like this news. Like and subscribe. I'm out.